Hello, my fellow patriots. This is Alex, Disabled Vets Perspective, and welcome to another video. I wanted to give you guys an opportunity to hear how I do some research, and it's actually very interesting. But it's sort of an opportunity for you to do some of your own. And I've said in the past that obviously the Illuminati, they have to tell you what they're going to do. They can't hide it. That's their ego, and it's their "we are more powerful than thou art," and they get a kick out of it. They laugh at this shit. So when they are going to do something to the people, they tell you about it. Whether you pay attention to it, that's up to you. Georgia Guidestones, Exhibit A. But what I do, and it's very difficult for me at this point to watch anything, but I do it because of research. Movies are not as enjoyable as they used to be before I completely awakened from my slumber, and it's just difficult. I used to watch some TV shows, and some of the TV shows from the 80s are still pretty decent because they were nonsense, and they didn't come at you with a narrative like every single thing nowadays does. They, the shows were good, but then the more we push the narrative, the more the commercials are trying to shove that shit up your ass. So at this point, it's hard to watch stuff. But what I do, I still watch movies. I sit and watch movies with Lisa. I drive her, frankly, crazy because I'm going, oh, did you? Oh, there's another one, and for an example, a movie I watched years ago, and sometimes these things happen in little flashes. But it was a movie I watched years ago, and it was about some rebels that were trying to defend the country, and they were underground and all that. And I don't remember what the name of it was, but in this movie, one of the guys was jumping into his bunk, in a bunker. He was jumping into his rack, getting ready to get some sleep. And 1 second, I threw my stuff down. 1 second, he rolls over and there's a patch on his shoulder. And the next second, the patch was gone. Now I'm as coordinated as an elephant on ice skates right now. Whoa, that was a vomit cam. Okay. Checking the mail. Checking the mail with a video playing or recording can be dangerous. I hope that ride was fun for everybody. Now here I go again. Going down. Yep. Chaos. They want chaos. Anyway, so what I was saying is, on this guy's uniform, 1 second I saw a shoulder patch. The next second, the next scene, the shoulder patch was gone. So I looked up the sign that I saw, the symbol, and it was a nod to the Illuminati. It was right there, and in a flash, it was gone. It was an Illuminati symbol. So one example, that's one. But we just watched a movie yesterday called The Final Score with Batista, the former wrestler, MMA, whatever the hell he was. But he's an uber liberal now. I mean, he always has been, but his true colors have come out. So he's another one exposed to the dumbassery of the brainwashing, psychotic left that we're dealing with. So again, it's hard to watch movies and stuff because I know the true colors of these people, and I don't like giving them credit, but it's entertainment that we can do in the house because obviously Lisa can't get up and go to the beach and do all the different things because she's just not in very good shape. So we watch movies, we hang out in the house. But in this movie, the scenario is, and a mercenary force decides they want to take over a soccer pitch and the stadium, and then they want to blow it up for their cause. The villain in the movie, of course, is Russia. And you've got to think about this. If we hate Russia so much in our movies, in our entertainment, in our news, in everything else, then you can probably figure out that we probably don't hate Russia. The people, I don't imagine we would have a problem with at all, but the governments tell us who to hate, so everybody falls right in line and goes, yeah, we hate them, all right. So that's what that's about. The villain is the villain in reality. It's the one that they're trying to make us go to war with, because they always need their wars to finance their banks and to enrich the war machine. You can't make money if you're not firing at stuff. You can't make money if you're not blowing up tanks, because nobody needs to buy a new one if they're not blowing up. So wars are about money and power and minerals and oil and banks, but you know, all the little things. Wow, that sun's in there. Boy, you guys are going to be puking by the end of this Vomit Comet video. All these high-speed moves. But anyway, the narrative was already set that we hate the Russians. It's got to be Russians. There's the villain. And in this movie, they talk about the New World Order. I mean, it's mentioned over and over again. So you hear the stuff, it gets put into your psyche, and you have to absorb it, or you can just ignore it. And one thing I do in these movies, I'm going to tell you, numbers are never random. Numbers are never accidental. The Illuminati lives off of numbers. They operate off of gematria. They operate off of the system of numbers. They have orgasms over numbers, because in reality, mathematics is the most powerful weapon in the universe, and numbers have to do with mathematics. So anytime you see a number in a movie, it's not put there because it just happened to be there. It doesn't work like that. And I mean anything. A number above a door at a room at a hotel, you would put in the number. You put it into Google, and at this point, they don't hide anything. So, I mean, yeah, you can have trouble finding some stuff on Google, but when it comes to the Illuminati stuff, they don't hide it, because they want it in your face. They want you to see that they are doing this. They have the power, and you can't stop them no matter what you do. So they're not putting the effort into hiding the numbers. So in this movie we just watched, Final Score, the hero, Podesta, Batista, he meets up with one of the stadium attendants, one of the, I guess, the guys that help people find their seats, and all these others. He's like an usher, but meets up with this guy, and he had 447 on his jacket, and also the name. I can't remember if it was Sanders or something. I should have written it down. But anyway, as soon as I saw the number, I went to my computer and I wrote in the Sanders 447, because it was Sanders on the jacket. I think it was his name, and then 447. And all of a sudden, a pilot and crew of an airplane found dead. And now this was back in 2009. And the movie was done in 2017, I believe. So in this case, it wasn't an event planned. It was a nod to an event that was caused. And they do this too. So they're not just going to tell you the future plans. They're going to acknowledge and praise the crap that they've done in the past. So in this case, it was the Illuminati giving a nod to a plane that they put down. And don't believe for a second these son of a bitches won't drop an airplane full of 200 or 300 people just to take out one person that they consider to be a threat to their system. Don't think for a second that they wouldn't drop a ship the size of the Titanic just to take out 4 bankers that were going to protest against the Federal Reserve Act. So don't for a second take anything for granted, because it's there, it's in your face. If you look, you find it. Now, it sounds crazy, but I feel like I'm in the movie The Matrix, because I'm seeing everything completely differently than the people around me. And I think the more awake you become, the more aware of the bullshittery, as our beloved Pete would say, the more you realize that this is a matrix. This is I guess, a micrometer with a digital scale, because everything is based on numbers. It's all designed to create an element of chaos, keep you guessing, keep you wondering, keep you crazy, making you think you're the one with the problem. Because, you know, I think he must be crazy looking up all those numbers and stuff. That guy's just crazy. But I'll take crazy, because what I do during crazy is I find things that slip right past other people. And you could too. It's very simple. And it would be kind of fun to... I can't watch all the movies at once. I can't look for all the hints. But all of us out here are watching something different, very likely, all the time. And if you find a number, you find a reference to Zionists, or to the Vril Society, there are references to these people, and in these movies, they tell you who's going to do it, when they're going to do it. Sometimes, a lot of times it's not when they're going to do it, but I shouldn't have said that. So sometimes in the movie, it'll give you a date, like the year 2025. The earth goes through its final turmoil. So they'll give you a time, but it's up to you to figure out in that movie what they're expecting to accomplish in that time. And it's probably going to tell you, hey, Pop, I got a white dog that can make a disappearing act like a magician. Just, psychotic dog. 5 acres and she'll run off the property. Anyway, that's a different video. But what I would like for you guys to do, as part of an interaction thing, since live shows are just ridiculous for me because my signal sucks so bad here that I still think they bring my internet in on horseback. So just to keep the interaction going, the communication between all of us, if you watch a movie, if you watch a TV show, especially the ones that are coming out on Netflix, I wouldn't touch them. Somebody out there watches them. But HBO originals, frickin' Hallmark. Lisa and I used to always enjoy watching the Hallmark Christmas movies. Fake as hell, but, kind of fun. Everybody has the same situation going on, but, it's kind of a seasonal fun thing to do between the two of us. But now all of their new ones are throwing their narratives at us. So anyway, what I want you guys to do when you watch movies, write down the numbers that you see, listen to the dialogue, listen to the dates, and do just a couple of minutes of research. It doesn't usually take more than 2 or 3 minutes. And then see what you come up with. And when you come up with something, let me know. Tell me what you found. Just a second. Hold on. Don't fall. You guys, hang in there. I gotta throw a mail in the mailbox. I got them bundled together. because I dropped everything down on the street. Got a family property, so everybody that lives here has their own mailbox at their house. Yeah, that was probably a crotch shot, but everybody has their own mailbox at their house, and I try to make sure to get their mail to their mailbox. So it's kind of a cool thing. But anyway, sorry for all the vomit cam, and hope you enjoyed that nice view of the crotch. I'm sure that was pleasant. But anyway, take some time, do the research. Let me know what you find. Let me know what movie you're watching, what TV show, and let's see if we can start analyzing and start figuring out what the plans are for the deep state. Maybe we can start getting things figured out before they happen, instead of always having something happen and then a little while later you watch a movie and it tells you that event was going to happen. Get out of there. But it'll be fun. I think it'll be interesting, and I think it's a good way for us to interact and to see what each other comes up with. But anyway, if you like what I have to say, make sure you hit a thumbs up on the way out the door. Again, sorry about the vomit cam. Hope you guys can ride through it. I was very discoordinated today. Uncoordinated. Discombobulated. That's the word. Anyway, tell your friends about me. Subscribe if you want to. And until next time, y'all, stay in the fight.